Hello. There's a rat scrotum there up in the corner. Just peeping there at the top. Dried out bit of rat scrotum. Hopefully get some people joining the streams. I'm live on YouTube, as you can tell. I'm live on TikTok, as you can tell. Different angles. Not for any, artistic reason and all like that. It's just I can pop my phone there. Tablet needs charging, so that's charging over there, and then so as you can see, what I'm making here is a rat pencil case, and if you'd like to know exactly when this will be listed, you should join me Patreon in one of the paid tiers, whether it's the pound tier, £3 tier, £6 tier, it doesn't matter which tier, as long as you're paying. You'll get a message to tell you when this will be made available on the website. I thought I'd get a couple made this week, but I've ended up doing other stuff. Made quite a lot of new stuff. So, also these fridge magnets that you can see on TikTok over here, these are all available on the TikTok shop. For those of you that are interested in those. For those of you where it's a bit much to have actual dead stuff, and you're thinking, oh, you know what, I still want to have some of this, lads, you can fucking get yourself a nice fucking fridge magnet. If you fancy that. No one's joining the YouTube, which is a shame. But not to worry. I'm near the tail end now of making this pencil case. Not far off, really. Well, Lindsay, it's stick around, mate. Stick around and keep saying stuff like that, because that might actually help me. You might be able to encourage a couple people there to buy some of my magnets and other bits, Lindsay, because then they might want to be like, bollocks to Lindsay, do you know what I mean? Which sounds like it'd be a really old insult, like heavens to Murgatroyd. It doesn't always work with every name, but it works with that. Does it still nibble? It doesn't, Dashing Dave, no mate, because it's dead. It's got no skull in there or anything. I've replaced its head with stuffing. I even take its nose off, just because I don't like the look of it. Prefer how it looks without the nose. Thank you for the gift, Dylan. For anyone else who's watching, Lindsay doesn't understand who would want to buy stuff made out of rats. So who wants to prove her wrong and go over and buy something off me made out of skin? Little duckling skin keyring or something like that, How do I get the animals, Star? Most of them I buy frozen from pet shops. Other stuff's from other taxidermists. Some stuff's old stuff from antique centres and car boots and fairs, markets, stuff like that. But predominantly, like the rat you see in me sew up here, this was a frozen rat from a pet shop. I'm mean. Alright, Amelia. Oh shit, I forgot I've got 2 rats there to skin as well today. Fuck, I forgot all about them. Okay, I'll finish this and then skin them, I suppose. Trying to get my production line going, guys, where I can be constantly making stuff. Why do you think I'm mean, Amelia? What about, is it this that's mean? You think this is mean to do taxidermy? Or have you just said that and you've left? What do we think? Thank you for the follow, Jas. It is Jas. LW, I misunderstood a university project about 7 years ago. And also wanted to show off to my girlfriend. If you go and watch one of my pinned videos, it'll explain to you the full story, because there might be people watching here who've already watched that or are sick of hearing me repeat myself with that. So if you go and watch it, it helps me out, because it can help boost my videos for people watching me longer videos in their entirety. You can also find it on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube. I don't seem to have anyone watching on YouTube here. Oh well. It's alright, Lindsay. I'm just using it as an excuse to try and remind people about these fridge magnets with things I've made in the past on them. You know, it's just, you got to remember, I've got to keep using whatever you say here to advertise my stuff, basically. Which is why I'm wearing this jumper, which says World Around You's podcast, so that you all know my podcast exists. What do I do after I've stitched them up? I take the ball sacks off and put a pencil sharpener in there. And I put googly eyes in their eye sockets. How do I acquire the rats? I buy them frozen from pet shops. You know, the sort of stuff you'd feed to a hawk or an owl, a snake, a big lizard. Your mother-in-law at Christmas. You know what I mean? You can... I don't go out my way to hurt them or anything like that. I'm not some weird guy. I just like to make stuff out of rats and skin. Just happens to be the thing I'm good at, which I was lucky enough to find. Someone's in. How do I get the fucking comments up? I don't have a clue how to get the comments up on this form of live stream on YouTube. How did I get into it? Debs, if you watch me pinned video, it'll explain it in entirety. But I wanted to show off to the girl I liked, and I misunderstood a university project a few weeks later, and the two things sort of meshed together, and I ended up making a rat into a pencil case. If you have never seen any of my videos before, give us a follow. Maybe go and have a look on my page at some of my videos. There's some short ones. You'll get a good idea of all the different things I've made. I'd say it worked, mate. Yeah, we're still together now. That was about 7 years ago. We was already together then, but you know, you got to keep showing off to him, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? Being like, look at me. I can chop up a mouse, you know what I mean? Look at me, mate. I can chop up a mouse in my mum's back garden and feel nothing. You like that, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Like, just was that a living rat before? I never knew it whilst it was living. The biggest I've done is a fox. I've done rabbits, but foxes are bigger than rabbits. Done a couple foxes. Not really a big fan of doing them because they stink when you cut them up. They got fucking mad scent glands hidden in the fucking around the belly. And you cut through it and it fucking stinks. It's hanging. So I just cut the head off one of them and turned it into a glove puppet. Kept that for myself. Turned another one into a PPE mascot, which you can see here on this fridge magnet, which is also on the TikTok shop. No, I don't want to badge you, Debs. If you have a dream, what is your wish? What are you on about? Try it, do it. I don't understand the question. If you have a dream, what is your wish? It'd be pretty cool if a fucking zoo got in touch and was like, look, a maniac's ran around the zoo and fucking done in all the meerkats. Would you like to make a centipede out of them? Or something to that extent, you know. Or, you know, a bowling set, you know, like turn a load of meerkats into Skittles. That'd be pretty good. Hard to have fulfilled, though. I can't imagine really the Make-A-Wish Foundation would be anywhere near that. Like, oh, do you have, I just so happen to, you know, pretending to be a kid as well. Be like, yeah, I've got really bad cancer, proper bad. And I just really wanted to skin a handful of meerkats. They're not going to let that happen, innit? You need a stall at the school fete. Nah, I don't think they'll let me. Not in like a weird way. It's just this would upset some kids. Some kids love it. To be honest, when I've done art markets and stuff and craft fairs and that, some of them get really freaked out by it though and they don't like it. But that's the same with adults though, isn't it, really? It's decisive on both sides. You have to show him it, just be careful though, because I swear a lot in it in my videos, and I talk about things that might not be appropriate for kids. So I don't know how old your kid is in it, but you know, bear that in mind. Maybe watch the videos first and be like, maybe with the sound off. Yeah, I'm making a rat into a pencil case, Tom WB. Fair enough, Tavonga. I'm just scrolling back to have a look at what I've missed, because it jumps every now and then. Oh, we've got people here. Hello. YouTube, I don't know how to look at your comments. I don't know how to look at comments that people are saying. Oh, here we go. All messages. No one said any comments, that's why I can't see them. On YouTube, do you like the little drying out rat's feet up here and the little bit of scrotum over here that's drying out? Thought it might add to it a little bit, so you're like peeking through the dead rats. Can't get away with that on TikTok. Bit much for people. Whereas it's on YouTube, really, if they're watching me live on YouTube, they're more than likely subscribed to me. Whereas a lot of you guys on TikTok won't be subscribed to me. So you've probably ever even knew that I gave a load of legs to a load of fish, dead fish, and attached legs and arms to them. What do I do with the ball sacks? I tend to cut them out, take them off, put pencil sharpeners in there, if it's a boy one. Otherwise, if it's a girl, you've got to get a bit clever with how you cut the stomach away. And then I put them into... fucking hair went in my mouth. I put them into little pendants. You know, like this, which I'll probably make one of these today, if I can, once I've cut this ball sack out. It'll be going into this, the ball sack. Nice little gift for, you know, for long distance lovers, so they can spray a bit of perfume on the skin rather than slipping the knickers into the bag when they next leave. You can have a bit of the perfume on that, spray it on. Perfume's made for skin, innit? And then they can, like that, fucking huff it, you know, when they're missing her or missing him, you know. I'll sell to anybody. No discrimination here. Thank you for sharing it, Debs. What got me into this? I misunderstood a project, mate, at university and tried to show off to me missus. Do you see what I mean, guys? Now, for people that we've been here for more than 5 minutes, I get asked that a lot. So, KR, you can go on me pinned video, mate, and you can find the answers there. It will explain how I got into it all, and you can come back, and if that's not answered all your questions, man, you can come and ask more. Feel free, man. It's never going to make it to the end, so we will tie you off. Tie it off. Ooh, tie it off. Suck my balls. Would you like to suck my balls? That works really well. What are my pronouns? Because I've got long hair, is that? Be he, wouldn't it? Always feels like a trick question when people ask that. What? I really say it's something I'm asked by. Really, it's not something that affects me, so I don't really think about it. If I was a serial killer, how would I not get caught? Ooh, that's a great question. How would you not get caught as a serial killer? I mean, a good way to do it would be to make sure that your DNA is everywhere. Just fucking everywhere. It's just a part of everyday society, and that somehow get your hair, your semen, everything all over the place. And then you couldn't really be tied to crimes. Because they'll just be like, oh yeah, it's a bit of Jack's cum. Do you know what I mean? It'd be expected everywhere. But to do that, you've probably got to be a criminal anyway. So, no good to us. Be pretty good to just have a massive fucking hole, wouldn't it? Really, just dig a really deep hole. But what you could do initially is dig a hole this way, then across in the middle of a field, down, across, and then really down, like a mine shaft down. And then all of your people, you're like, oh, these are my people, whatever you want to call them, victims, be the word. Dump them down that big hole down there. Be a pretty good way of doing it, I would have thought. People might twig. Yeah, but not if it's really far down. I mean, like, deeper than Mel's hole. Just fucking deep. But with the dog leg like that. Or even maybe with some form of U-bend like that. To stop the gases and getting in and stuff. Like you would use on a toilet. Maybe. Use a bit of science. Science that I hardly understand or believe in, but... because you don't want to mince them out like that, because then you've got the machine and there's going to be stuff left on the machine. You don't want to dump them in water because they'd be fucking found. Can't really send them in the post to someone, make it their problem. Or if you really, really have to just get it out of your system, just go to an active war zone. Do it there. Who's going to care then? Do you know what I mean? Well, people will care, obviously, but, you know, they'll be like, oh, yeah, fucking... Everyone's like, fucking hell, the bad guys are here. And then the bad guys are looking around going, fucking hell, he's here. We'll just leave it to him, do you know what I mean? PC David Murphy. None of this is what I'm saying is serious, mate. Just to lay that out there, seeing as though you've got PC in your name. We're just spitballing ideas. What are we talking about? Oh, it was someone asked me if I was a serial killer, what would I do to try and get away with it? And I eventually concluded that I'd just go to an active war zone. Just give it a go there. Got language barriers potentially, but I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? You could probably, if you're trying to, you know, finish someone off, you could probably assume what it is they're screaming. Do you know what I mean? Why would it matter? So, hell of a way to learn the language though, innit? All you really learn is help and no. Then you learn the language in that sort of tone as well. So, you know, the panicked tone. You're just in the shop being like, because obviously, you know, if you're going like that on someone, they'll be like, please stop. But that means you speak in that language then to people, being like in that sort of dialect. Can I coke? Like that, but in their language. Because all you've ever heard is like the gargled speech of, you know, someone getting throttled by your own hand. Though that's very unlikely. Because obviously the guy in the shop would be telling you, know, that's £4.50 please. So, you'd understand that tone. But I suppose you'd pick it up. Terrible way to learn a language. Also, I'm assuming that corner shops exist in places where there's an active war zone, which I doubt, to be honest. Thank you, Lance. Why, if you need to break up with someone though? You'll only buy something from you if you need to break up with them. Are you going to only ever go out with people who dislike taxidermy then? Is that the plan? For those on TikTok, someone called Lance Corporal here on YouTube saying if they ever break up with someone, they'll buy something from me, but until then they'll watch me videos. Does that mean you won't watch me videos afterwards? Then, because you'll be heartbroken thinking about fucking how, you know, fucking, I don't know, Diane got away. Oh, Diane, whenever I see a dead rat's arsehole, I just think about Diane. This, whenever you hear a Manc accent and that, you just break down in tears about the life you could have had with the woman who didn't like taxidermy. So the people watching on TikTok, have you been and watched any of my videos? Have you ever seen me before on live, or have you ever seen me videos on here before? let's get a general feel for who already is aware of me stuff. Sitting proper fucking hunched over. Right, I'm going to end the YouTube feed because no one's in there now, and I want to save some of my battery for my drive home. Obviously, so I can drive and play on my phone, so I can listen to that book. So I'll see you in a bit if you're watching this on demand or whatever later on. See you in a bit. Listen to my podcasts.